Well, I've been looking all freaking morning for a track to run, and now I'm just kind of got done rechecking some stuff that I hit first thing, like super early, and there's a side road that kind of loops me out around a different mountain that no one's checked yet. So we're gonna drive that and see what happens. Hopefully we find a bobcat to run. Perfect day for a bobcat, so fingers crossed. I'd run a lion if I found one, but I really would rather have a bobcat, so we'll see what we can do. I've got really low hopes for this one, but I found a track that's pretty windblown. Someone already checked it earlier today. Not even sure if it's a track that's somewhat even runnable, but that's what it looks like. It's actually going the other way. This is like a Hail Mary. Old track, it's windblown. Looks to be like yesterday's and snowed in and windblown and hard to see, and probably not gonna go real far, but better to try this than to just drive home, I guess. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky. But where someone's already checked it and left, I don't know why they wouldn't have ran it. But we'll get smoke and range out and see what happens. It's kind of all I got today is smoke, range, and then I have a little puppy, like 5 months old. So he acts like he can smell it, actually. Pretty good. Range. 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 There's smoke opening. Smoke's making an effort on it. Problem is he ain't opening, so range isn't going that great. It looks to be, at least it gotta be from yesterday, where it's like melted, snowed in. The edges have seen sunlight and they're hard crusted, so, but it might be a little tough. This is the track, all melted and crappy. I wish I was here yesterday, because I'll bet you someone already ran and caught this lion the next canyon over. It's trailing like it's gonna go right to the next canyon over, and it's pretty popular for guys to hunt, so just seems to me like we're kind of running it just pointlessly, but it's good practice for the two dogs, I guess. This is my little pup. This is Kim. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. What's up? This is a half sister to Smoke. So should be a fun one. I'm pretty excited for her. Looks like they're about, I don't know if you can even see that. You can't see real good, but 890 and going. Range is 760, Smoke's 890. Kind of a nail biter here. This could be a fun one. This canyon's freaking steep. So we'll hang out here with the puppy and just watch the GPS for a little bit. Well, it looks like they're hitting a little bit of a hang up. Smoke stopped at like 9:01. Probably hit like a burned off hillside that he's having to work through. Or it's wind blown. That's the hard thing with this type snow. When the wind blows hard enough, it'll just freaking, track will just blow away. You can't even see it anymore. It covers it up. It's like it just erases. So they've pretty much just ran a loop. They went out, up, hit the top of the ridge. Now they're coming down the spine of the ridge right there towards the road. The road's down here at the bottom. So I don't know. It might be, there's another track that crosses lower. I thought it was like a smaller one, or maybe just a big bobcat, but I guess it could be this same track. So maybe they'll run it back to the road. Hopefully no one ran it going the right way out in front of us the next canyon over the other way, because that's also a possibility. But better to get them out and try it than to sit here and just drive around, I guess. I've been sick of driving around, so this is better than nothing. But there's a good chance if they bring it back to the road, I'll let them cross the road. I'll send them up the other side, but there's a pretty decent chance that other side's gonna be where someone else had already dumped out on it, either today or yesterday. So I don't know how super high hopes I have, but I'm just driving a little bit lower to see if I can get where I can hear them up this side canyon. It looked like they were opening on the GPS, but I couldn't tell for sure. If they were, I couldn't hear anything, so we'll get over here and see if we can hear them better. Up on top of that ridge right there somewhere. Let's see, they're hung up right there again. Working through some rocks and ledges and stuff, I'm sure. And a windblown old track. Alright, so I'm like 800 yards away, give or take. I'm like 840. And I'm gonna let them try and cross the road on their own. I don't want them to have to get used to me helping them cross it, so I'll sit back and stay out of sight, just barely in hearing range, to see if they can cross that on their own. If they get stuck long enough, I'll go in and help them, but I want to see if they can do it themselves. Well, it looks like up here they kind of overran it, looped back, found where it left, and now they're coming down a different way. They're about 580 yards out. It just sucks. I'm sure they're going to cross literally right where I looked at that track first, and it's going right next door to a canyon that has a road in it that someone drove up, and I'm sure they turned loose on it over there. So I don't know if this is even going to work. Moment of truth. They're just now hitting the road. See if they can get across it. Roads are always such a freaking challenge. Not every time, but like, they can definitely screw some stuff up. But if we can get it moved out the other side of the road right here, we'll be in good shape. And yeah, it looks like they got across the road just fine. They didn't even skip a beat, really. So that's good. And it is showing them treed pretty hard, like locked up good, barking a lot. It might be caught. I don't know what the heck else it could be. It's got to be in the tree. They're both hammering in the same spot. I didn't want to drive my truck up, because I didn't want to have them come running down to the truck, so I'm only 400 yards. I figured I'd just walk up. But man, that would be sweet if it was actually the fresher side. We just ran a loop and caught it fresh. That would be freaking sweet. It's hard to see, but it's in the edge of that tree right there. That's that one more canyon thing that me and Cody joke about, like one more corner. We'll just go to one more corner, around the next bend. Check one more road before I go home and find a lion track that didn't even look runnable, really. Like, I knew they'd trail it in the snow, but clearly it was just laid up on the other side, probably just enduring the storm. And I found it at its oldest on the road, but really all they had to do is trail up to the top, and then they got a pretty fresh track up there to work with. So that's good. That's freaking killer. Stoked with these two. Good boy, Range. Good boys.